What's up, y'all? We don't know anything, back at you.
Heyo.
Coming in hot. It's another late one, so we decided we'd rev up and take a little shot ski. Hello.
It's even later than the last time. I literally never take shots, but he was tired. I'm tired. I'm off tomorrow. Let's do this.
It's tequila. It's technically, it's like the one alcohol that's like a stimulant, technically.
And it's healthy.
And it's really good for you.
Well, it was...
Watch our
alcohol
episode.
Is that an A?
That's an A for alcohol. All right. Before we get into our current episode,
we have some things to discuss.
We want to address a few things. First of all, take it way back 2 episodes, because the last episode was conspiracy theories, but the one before that was names. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about my sister, Elyse, and I personally was saying, we were kind of talking about how, like, what were you saying? That, like, it seems like throughout, like, me growing up with my sister, it's been interchangeable, either Elyse or Elyse. And then she watched the episode and she was like, don't act like I don't know how to pronounce my own damn name.
Yeah, so we're going to go back and say Elyse does know how to say her name.
It is Elyse.
It's Elyse.
And her whole thing is that people will say Elyse or Ellie or whatever. They'll say whatever, and she'll just say, fine. But she officially on the record states that she pronounces her name Elyse. So sorry, sis. I didn't mean to act like you don't know how to say your name. We didn't say that, first of all, but regardless, thanks for calling us out. We love you.
Thank you for watching these, Elyse.
Okay.
I also wanted to bring it back to... I lost it.
What are you going to bring back?
I'm not going to bring it back, actually.
Okay. I'll bring back one more for me. In the last one, we were talking about conspiracy theories, and I feel like I kind of what's it called? Misdefined a theory. Because I was saying it's not a fact, and the truth is, it's technically not a fact, but let's see. A theory isn't speculation about what might be true. It's a set of propositions that seek to explain a particular phenomenon or set of facts. A theory can be tested and shown to be accurate or modify as the evidence required. Even when a theory is accepted as fact, it remains a theory. So I was like half right. A theory is technically not 100% fact, but it's a lot of like prominent theories are accepted as facts because there's so much evidence supporting them. I think that's right.
Next time you're going to be like, I need to clear what I said last time about theories.
I barely remember what I said last time. I
think you always say things that are great.
I remember I didn't like the way I kind of approached my definition of theory. And once again, I hate how I approach my definition of theory. But just know that most theories are accepted as fact, but technically are not fact because a lot of things you can't completely prove them. So that's pretty much what I got out of theory.
Hell yeah. So this is our 13th episode. And
Yikes.
So we wanted to go with a spooky title and theme. And it is
Phobias and Superstitions.
And
spooky. Did you do that purposely? I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. That's the 13th episode. And
well, so it was mentioned in passing together that Friday the 13th we would be filming or something to do with Friday the 13th, and Slex's mom mentioned that we should do phobias, and then I was like, oh, what if we do phobias and superstitions because of Friday the 13th? Not true. It's not Friday the 13th.
No, but
there
was Friday the 13th. I remember we were talking about it. I'm looking through a calendar.
So 10
when
days
was the
ago,
last? Oh, there was a Friday the 13th in December. That doesn't make sense.
So we
wait. There's a Friday the 14th. Scary.
So it's not the 13th, but it is the 13th episode. And so that works perfectly for what we're going to talk about.
When's the next Friday the 13th? Now, okay, the next Friday the 13th, people, is June 13th. It's a Friday. So mark it on your calendars.
Get your tattoos.
Get your tats. Watch out for ghouls and goblins.
For those of you, aka mom, that doesn't know the tattoo reference, shout out mom. It's on Friday the 13th. You can go in and a lot of tattoo stations.
Parlors. Stations.
We'll have like a whole list of tattoos that you can get, and then you get them for very discounted.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's like an in for people that have like sleeves like you.
My mom hates all of my tattoos and hates tattoos in general. Shout out mom.
Shout out moms, plural. Most moms hate tattoos.
Yeah.
I was so nervous to tell my parents I have a tattoo. I got one on my calf last
February. Mm-hmm.
For you know who.
A bad influence.
Well, no. Like the tattoo's for her. It's not like I did it for her because she's forced me into it. We got them together for each other. It was very cute. I love it. It's a sphinx on the back of my left calf.
Why is it a sphinx?
It's a sphinx because that's my nickname for Elyse. That's you should be very honored, podcasters, because that's a very personal thing. That's my pet name for my wife. But anyways, I got a cool ass sphinx on the back from this like cool, chill, like handsome tattoo artist in London.
Yeah.
What was his name? Carlos. But oh yeah, the point of my thing was I was so nervous to tell my parents, and I remember like a few times I even would purposely wear like pants so they didn't see it. One time I was wearing shorts, but I would walk behind my mom, and like if I'm in front of her, I would turn away. And then I finally told my parents, and they're like, "Yeah, you're an adult. Like you can do whatever the hell you want." Yeah. So thanks for not disowning me, Mom and Dad. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyways,
my mom just keeps telling me I'm ruining my body. So
yeah.
Anyways, phobias. So we're going to define phobias. We're going to define superstition. Hit us, Lex.
What is a phobia? I'll tell you. A phobia is an intense, irrational fear of a specific object, situation, or activity that can cause significant distress and or avoidance behavior. We've all heard of them. Most of us got them. Let's dig a little deeper.
In a minute, because now we're going to define superstition. So superstition is a great song by Stevie Wonder.
Freaking barely.
Which we'll play here. It's a good song. Don't act like it's not
I'm
a good
traumatized.
Song. Oh, yeah. Slex used to be in like a wedding band and events, and he had to sing Superstition probably like 300 times.
Countless times.
More than
no, I mean, obviously, objectively, it's a great song. It's like legendary. I love nothing against Stevie Wonder. Love Stevie, but we had to play that dumb fucking song so many times, and it was like this mashup that, like, okay, if you hear it once, it was a mashup of like Kanye and some other shit. I forget. You hear it once, cool. You hear it 500 times. You'll lose your mind. So no, I don't like Superstition by Stevie Wonder.
He also just paused his therapy. Maybe you should pop back in.
Oh my God.
Superstition, other than the song by Stevie Wonder, we're going to play it here.
Stop.
Is widely held but unjustified belief in supernatural
Just spell something wrong.
Causation leading to certain consequence of an action, of event, or a practice based on such a belief.
What was that sentence you just said? Say it one more time.
A widely held but unjustified belief in supernatural causation leading to certain consequence of an action, of event, or a practice based on such a belief.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
So basically, you think that if you do something, it will counter an effect that's either scary or just a belief that something would happen even if it doesn't happen.
Yeah, or like avoid something because of an
Yeah.
an unproven belief that something will happen. Yeah.
Yep.
I think we all, not all of us, but I think you like mindlessly do superstitious things on a day-to-day. Like I still randomly knock on wood. Just not that I like technically think it'll do anything, but I'll still, you've seen me do it. I'll like do it randomly.
Oh, I knock on wood all the time.
Because then if you didn't knock on wood and something bad happens, you'll say, I should have knocked on
Remember
wood.
those like emails that were like real hot in the early 2000s where it was like, send this to 10 people or you'll have bad luck for 30 years?
Would you do it?
I feel like in the beginning, not the emails, but like it was specifically, I feel like an AOL like chat, like AIM, and it would be like you had to put it as like your away message or in your profile or bio or some, not bio, profile.
Wow, I never got on that.
And it was like, do this or your best friend will like hate you. So you had to like
Really?
repost it or your life would literally end.
Wow, that's funny.
Yeah.
I don't remember the AOL thing specifically, but I remember the email chains where you would like, it'd be like, email this to 10 people. And it'd be like, that shit's so dumb.
All of those people that didn't do it, dead.
Yeah, you're wondering why you haven't heard from them? Dead.
But phobias, we're going back to phobias for a little while. Phobias are categorized into 3 different sections.
And that's my cue. Yeah, phobias are categorized.
So I like do all the research and then I write down on each board, like, you're going to talk about this and I'm going to talk about this.
She formats it all. She researches it all. But you're going to think, oh, she does all, she's the hero. She does all the
No one
legwork.
thinks that. We talk about this all
I
the
do
time.
shit. I do a bunch of shit. This is a partnership. But yes, okay, this is my side. Phobias are categorized in 3 things. 1 is specific, which is a fear of an object or a situation, spiders, etc. 2, agoraphobia, fear of places or situations where it's difficult to escape from. And 3, social situations. So agoraphobia and social, there's not crossover because I feel like a social situation, it's like you're fearing that you can't escape from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I guess, okay, you can make the distinction. We'll talk about it.
The categories make 0 sense, but I found it in at least 2 places. So these are the official categories. I agree with you. It doesn't really make sense, but it is what it is.
I mean, I can see the distinction, like, technically, but, like, there are social situations where it's like you are in a place that you need to get out of. That's technically a place or situation.
Yeah.
Agoraphobia, baby.
I'm not going to fight you on this.
I'm changing the game right
You
now.
are opening up the floodgates.
I feel like we're one episode at a time. We're just changing things. We're changing society. We're changing the world.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. Next.
So the most common phobias.
Ooh, that's mine too. Ladies and gentlemen,
you've probably heard of a lot of these.
You've heard a bunch of these. Let's talk. Acrophobia, heights. Huge one. Arachnophobia. Say it with me. Spiders. Claustrophobia, enclosed spaces. Huge one.
My mom has that one.
Robin has claustrophobia, kinda.
She uses it on airplanes. Actually, I'm not going to give it away because then everybody will use it.
Yeah. Well, she does have it. So it's like she's not necessarily like, she's not being, what's the word? Untruthful? Mistruthful? Mistruthful? She's not being untruthful. She'll like approach the people at the front and she gets kind of uncomfortable in closed spaces, so she usually gets the good seats.
She gets to go on first so she can be in the front row and on the outside edge of it.
That's what's up. But don't go on Frontier Robin because it doesn't matter what seat you're in. You're going to be 1 inch from the seat in front of you.
We're done with Frontier.
Yeah, until you see a sweet deal to London.
For $12.
Until it's a $12 round trip to freaking.
Oh wait, you're like about to fall out of the plane.
Single engine, like 4-person plane. All right. What do we do? Okay, claustrophobia, hemophobia, fear of blood. A lot of people get squeamish from blood.
That's me.
You have a mild. like a straight up one or a kind of mild?
I mean, if I see it, I'm not gonna like run screaming, but I do feel like I'm gonna throw up like every single time I see blood.
Well, is there a difference between like, okay, you get squeamish if there's needles or if there's blood, or you're like, are you scared of blood? Is there a difference, or is it like the same thing?
Probably phobia, I think, is like literally you're terrified. Like you cannot be around it.
Gotcha.
Or I need to turn away, but I can like be in a hospital.
Is that like, is fear of blood? Let's get a little deep. Is that like does that have a deeper connection to like fear of death and your own mortality? Probably.
Isn't that what all fear is, baby?
Wow. Nice, babe. Let's rip. Agoraphobia, fear of crowds. And then ophidiophobia is fear of snakes, which is a huge one.
I've never heard the name ophidiophobia, but I know so many people that are really scared. My sister's like terrified of snakes.
I wonder if fear of snakes, like objectively speaking, first of all, I think snakes are cool, but I will say, if you're looking at a snake compared to like a bobcat, like objectively speaking, snakes are like very like, they're kind of weird critters.
I'd be more scared of a fucking mountain lion.
Okay. But
Did you know?
Don't say it. Say it.
I think I've said it in a podcast already. But
you say it any chance you get.
My favorite fact is that if you see, I've definitely said it on here. If
she knows this,
you see a mountain lion, it's already been following you for 20 minutes.
Anytime she gets a chance, she will stop the conversation and be like, "If you see a mountain,"
people are like, "Oh, I went hiking," and I'm like, "Did you see any wildlife?" I slide into the conversation.
No, wait. I was gonna make an insane point.
Okay.
I know that like it can be an off-putting critter, and truthfully, if I was like chilling and a snake just like rolled up on me in the wild, I'd be like, "Whoa!" You know. However, does the true fear root in that it's like been it has biblical ties to the devil and like demons and shit?
Probably.
I wonder.
Well, the snake was with Adam and Eve, so.
And the snake's like, "Eat the apple. Go on. I won't tell nobody."
I had this insane thought while you were talking. You said it's off-putting, but you kind of said it like puddin'. And I was thinking a company for pudding that's like not just vanilla and chocolate. It's like blueberry and like Jolly Rancher, and it's called like off-puddin'.
That's pretty cute.
Take it, y'all. I don't even want maybe royalties for the name, but like run with it. Anybody that's in a pudding enthusiast.
Someone's into stop calling it pudding. You can call it pudding. I thought you were gonna say like if someone was addicted to pudding, like when they finally like
pudding
get sober. No, when they finally get sober, they say, No, I'm off pudding.
Oh,
that's what I thought you were gonna say.
That's good too.
Like you say, like, "Joe, do you want some like pudding? I have some in the fridge." And he said, "No, sorry, Bob, I am off pudding." Anyways,
the most uncommon phobia. Oh no, sorry. Crazy phobias are next.
Crazy phobias
Here
are
we
next.
Go. I need to like get ready for this. This is so stressful. Okay, so the fear of long words, ironically,
the irony
is hippopotamonstrossasquiptaleophobia.
Whoever just created that whole thing, the definition, the concept, was in on the joke.
Yeah.
The fear of long words is the longest word I've ever heard in my life. Can you say it one more time for the people in the back?
Wait, I need to read it.
No.
Broken down. Hippopotamonstrossasquiptaleophobia. Hippopotamus.
You'd think it'd be fear of hippopotamuses. It literally says hippopotamus.
No, that's hippopotophobia. Hippopotamophobia.
I'd be afraid of a hippo if it came at me.
They're crazy.
They'll kill you.
Not as fast as a mountain lion.
Not as fast as a mountain lion that's been following you for 20 minutes.
So that is fear of long words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What
6,
about fear
7,
of
8,
long?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
You know
15,
what?
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 letters. Crazy. Then we have optophobia, which is fear of opening eyes. Stop looking at my sheet, please. Astrophobia, which is thunder and lightning fear.
That's That one's fair. I'm not like terrified of thunder and lightning, but like it's pretty freaking scary when it's just like.
I love thunder.
I know. No, I like it too. But like
on a night that you're just like cuddled in bed.
Yeah, but there's Grinches. Like the girls are kind of afraid of it, and I get it.
Yeah.
Like Sprouty gets scared when she hears the thunderclap.
I want a thunderstorm like tomorrow. That'd be great.
Not too much because we have bad drainage in the backyard, guys.
Bad drainage. And then emetophobia.
Fear of people named Emma.
Fear of vomiting, which I've actually worked with somebody who is scared of vomiting. So if they get sick and have to throw up, they literally no, it's literally like more on top of just like the already anxious.
They're actually
energy
scared of
you
vomiting.
Get from throwing up. Yeah,
it's crazy. All right, I take that back. If you're watching, homie, I didn't mean to throw salt in the wound. That sucks.
That sucks. So there's just some like crazy ones. But the most uncommon phobia.
The most uncommon phobia is arachibutyrophobia. Arachibutyrophobia or something like that. That is fear of peanut butter getting stuck to the roof of your mouth.
There's not many people with that fear.
It's one of those things where it's like, I don't prefer it. Like, first of all, when you're eating peanut butter, a little bit's going to get up there. You just, you lick it off. You take your time.
You said that and I licked off salt.
Oh, nice. Huh. You lick it off. You take your time. Don't panic. And then you carefully swallow it. But apparently, some people just can't handle that if peanut butter gets stuck on the roof of their mouth. You know what I say to them? Don't eat peanut butter.
Literally, it seems like an easy thing to do.
Easy fix.
Yeah.
Imagine this. I'll paint the scene for you. Your favorite food in the world is peanut butter, but your worst fear in the world, guess what it is? Arachibutyrophobia. That would stink.
That would be the worst life. A life not worth living, I'll tell you that. There are celebrities, of course, with phobias. We've got John Depp.
Yeah.
Jonathan Depp.
Oh my God. I can't believe you said that. You're probably so pumped to say that.
I was so excited to write it.
See if I would catch that. Okay, so Jonathan Depp.
Clowns. Loser.
Doesn't he play a clown in like every movie?
No, he's a pirate. He would never play a clown.
The Mad Hatter is pretty much a clown.
Oh.
Mad Hatter and Chocolate
Charlie.
Maybe that's his, Chocolate Charlie.
His exposure therapy is like playing a clown.
He's like, I won't like it, but I'll do it.
We have Nick Kidd or
Nicole Kidman.
Nice. Butterflies, which is like girlfriends. They're tattooed on every single girl's tricep.
Or lower back. Or lower back. Hello.
Oprah, balloons. So what, not to get heartburn for her birthday? Balloons.
Dude, I mean, I don't want to like judge. I'm sure like a lot of it's linked to trauma, but like, why are you scared of a balloon, fam?
Think about Oprah at like a hot air balloon
would stink for her. Guess what? Festival competition. I'm sure there's hot air balloon competitions, babe.
Is it in the Olympics?
Not in the Olympics, but I'm sure. I mean, there's competitions for everything. There's literally like ham bone competitions.
What's that?
Where you play the spoons on your. Isn't it called ham boning?
I don't know.
I don't know. Wait, back to the balloons. On the flip side, there's people with like I saw a dude in my feed because my feed's wild these days who has like a sexual attraction to balloons.
I get
it. Where it was showing clips where like the fire in his eyes towards these helium filled pieces of rubber was insane.
Like the slick ones that are like shiny or just the regular ones?
I think he's got a preference. I think he prefers the like latex ones because those are the ones he was like rubbing on.
Ooh.
But I don't think it doesn't matter.
They kind of look like boobs if you flip them a certain way.
That's true.
But why not just get the real thing, my man?
Probably he never could.
Does he like to suck the helium?
Freak. That's true. Does he suck the helium and talk in a high-pitched voice?
After he's done with them, he sucks the helium?
No, it's sucking the life out of your companion.
Slex and I sucked helium the other day.
Yeah.
And
in a non-sexual
it's
way.
such a crazy
It was just
thing.
for fun. It's truly a thing.
Yeah.
Rue. Rue's chewing our wall right now as we speak. Rui!
It's weird that you can just like suck a gas and you're just like, hello. Like,
I know, it's insane.
Wild.
There were a few times where I
I'm
like tried
shocked.
to like fake it because you gotta take like a big inhale.
Literally.
And a few times I'd be like, hi. And I was like, no, I faked that one. Because you
have to,
want
like,
so
step back.
bad for it to work.
You have to step back and be like, was I making that up?
Yeah,
or was
yeah.
that real? Okay, then we have Katy Perry, Fear of the Dark.
I'm surprised that's not one of the top because
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are scared of that.
Her husband, so these two are a mess.
Who's her
Orlando
husband?
Bloom,
Oh, yeah.
Pigs.
So do not put pigs in a dark room because that couple cannot handle it. Orlando fears pigs. He probably had a thing when he was a kid where like a pig just like, took him down.
It's
or
like your
something.
brother with horses.
I know. My brother hates horses because a horse bit him in the head when he was like
On the head.
When he was like 2. It's like, get over it, bro.
Shout out, Rob.
And he hates owls because like an owl like swooped at the glass one time at the zoo. Same thing. Get over it. Owls are sick.
Owls are sick. And
Owls
then
rock, bro.
Pam
love you,
Anderson.
but move on.
Pam Anderson, Mirrors, which I feel like you're like the hottest one in America for a while and you're not looking at
Oh,
yourself.
that's so sad. Like, does she have like self-image issues? Or maybe she's a vampire.
Well, now,
She doesn't show up. So she's afraid of mirrors. So none are in her house.
is she related to King
doesn't.
Charles?
Probably. Watch our last episode. Vampire, y'all.
I love Pam these days. I feel bad for Pam anyways in the fact that she, like, if you watch the Pam and Tommy show, it's like really sad what they did to her. But
It's a good show, though.
she now keeps going to all of these red carpet events with no makeup on at all. And just
Yes.
like crushing it. And it's like, get it. We need more people in the media like her.
She didn't, I don't know if she won, but I know she got like, no, didn't she? Did she win a Golden Globe? She was getting like award nominations this year.
Yeah.
So
She's
good.
finally getting the acting that she always wanted.
Go Pam. She's been trying to get those big acting roles since Baywatch.
Literally before Baywatch.
And they just would hire her for her just like
huge
her
cans.
thing.
But she didn't even necessarily want her mom, like, kind of was like, or no,
Her mom
I
made
think
her
she
get
was
big
told-
cans.
I think she was told like it would help, and her mom was like, okay, which is just like,
Well-
so sad.
Her mom wasn't wrong.
Yeah, but it locked her in this
I know,
box of
it's
just like
horrible.
a sex symbol for
Yeah,
years.
yeah. The sex symbol during the 90s.
Mhm.
Her and Carmen Electra.
Hot.
And dare I say, David Hasselhoff. Hot.
Mm,
Handsome.
mm.
Babe.
Mm.
You're not a Hoff head?
Not a Hoff head. I would join the club.
What else we got, mama?
Okay, so those are all the celebs that I got for you. I think also a lot of these are older, like maybe they're kind of over them now. It was in like People magazine back when.
Well, if they're over them, kudos. I'm glad for it. And if not, keep fighting the good fight, y'all.
yeah, good luck.
Orlando, what you need, buddy? You need to go to like a renowned kind of like vetted petting zoo or like a farm. Get in a pen with like a good-hearted hog and bond.
Babe.
Pig in the city.
Yeah.
I think pigs are great.
I love pigs. They're smart. They're emotionally intelligent. They're clean. Although everybody's like a pig pen.
Yeah, because
Like, no.
if you were, they're like pigs are dirty. If you lived in a pen that was only mud,
Yeah.
you'd be dirty too.
They're pigs. Okay, so now we're going to dive into the history of phobias.
Uh-oh. This is Elise's forte. Big.
I'm literally like a history buff
Huge
these
history
days.
buff.
Huge.
Let's talk.
During the Middle Ages, phobias were often attributed to supernatural causes or demonic possession. Next.
Sorry. Wait, sorry. I was looking at my watch to just see our timeline.
During the Middle Ages, phobias were often attributed to supernatural causes or demonic possession.
Okay.
Okay. I just needed some sort of...
Wait. They were attributed to them?
Yeah.
But like perceived supernatural causes
Yeah.
and perceived demonic possession. I think that's why I didn't get it. Got it. Okay. Yeah, all like the witchery and whatnot.
Well,
Got
then
it,
in
got
the
it, got it,
17th century, John Locke proposed that phobias could be learned through experience, laying the foundation for modern behavioral theories. The ancient Greeks and Romans described phobias like fear of heights and fear of snakes. Hippocrates, it was supposed to say Greek, it says green. That shot's hitting me. Hippocrates, the green physician. Okay, sorry. Hippocrates, the Greek physician, described phobias as morbid fears and linked them to imbalances in bodily humors. In the 19th century, Sigmund Freud developed the psychoanalytic theory of phobias, suggesting that they were caused by repressed childhood traumas, which, like,
Of course.
Well,
I think they can stem literally from trauma. I'm surprised that he's not like, it's because you're in love with your mom. I feel like that was always his like analysis.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know much about Freud.
I think he had a lot of like really good analyses, but I think he's been known to have some like pretty like flawed stuff about like that kind of thing. That's fair.
Yeah, it's fair. These are all, it's just like the way that it started to grow.
Yeah.
John B. Watson and B.F. Skinner later introduced the classical conditioning model, which explained phobias as learned associations between neutral stimuli and frightening experiences.
Interesting. Oh, were they like experimenting on people or what?
Probably.
I mean, it's a psychological experiment. It's not necessarily torture. We've been watching too much Penguin. It's not necessarily torture. It's not necessarily torture, but like they're like testing people on neutral stimulus and then terrifying stimulus.
Well, no, if you are sitting down looking at a cage of snakes and then somebody like is like, oh, like that snake's gonna get you.
Oh,
Then
compared to
like
just looking at the snake.
I think so. I think that's neutral stimuli. Because all of these are neutral stimuli. They should be just like normal around you. But something makes these things scary to you. And then today...
perfect example. A clown alone, it's just like a zany person with makeup, but then you see like it.
Yeah.
As a kid, it's like a scary association with clowns.
100%.
Interesting.
And then today, phobias are understood as a complex interplay genetic, environmental, and psychological factor.
Okay. Say that last thing again.
Phobias are understood as a complex interplay between genetic, environmental, and psychological factors.
Sure. That tracks. Wow. Yeah. Good facts, babe. I love it.
Well, it's crazy because like anything back in the day, if you were like any sort of off or different than like the norm, right? Like staying in your lane and like keeping quiet, they probably just thought you were crazy.
They're like, she's crazy. Throw her in the insane asylum.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And so, it's cool to kind of see like over time, over the years, more and more people are like, that's not just crazy people. Like there's something to this. And they're
like, this woman's scared of snakes. Throw her in solitary confinement.
Literally.
She's crazy.
Literally. So that's kind of the vibe for phobias. And nowadays they recommend like exposure therapy or mindfulness techniques that can help manage anxiety and reduce avoidance behaviors, relaxation techniques, mindfulness, medication if needed. But I do think that like if you're scared of something, you should just like kind of slowly but surely like introduce it into your life. Why allow fear and anxiety to like rule you? Like if you're just hiking and you're terrified of snakes, like it's going to ruin the whole experience if you see a snake out in nature where they live. Actually,
to your point, so I still work for a home inspection company, but I used to now I do it remote. I do remote work for them. Shout out Scott Home Services. Hello. But I used to work on the field doing home inspection stuff. And I used to, one of the inspectors, somehow spiders came up. Because a lot of times not a lot of times, every time. You go into either attics or you go into crawl spaces, you go into basements. You see so many spiders. It's just like the nature of the job. And he was telling me how he was terrified of spiders and kind of came to that realization like, hey, now I have this job and I'm gonna encounter a lot of these spiders. So he decided, instead of being scared of them, like, know about them. So he did so much research to the point where he knew everything about spiders.
Wow.
And literally we would if like an inspector would find us like an interesting spider, they would take a picture and throw it in the inspector thread, and he'd be like, oh, that's such and such spider, blah blah blah. He would like know like its health. Like I remember there was some like spider and he's like, oh, it looks like it's starving or like
Wow.
like sleep deprived, or maybe not that much, but it was like such an interesting I've never forgotten about that conversation because it was such an interesting perspective. It's like you're taking your fear head on, not only, but you're like becoming so knowledgeable about it that it's impossible to be scared,
I love that. You're taking control of your life.
You're taking control, which I thought was super interesting. Anyways, yeah.
So we're back to superstitions now. Common superstitions. So we have the number 13, which traces back, they think, to Judas was the 13th invitee, shall we say, to the Last Supper.
Well, he was an apostle too, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
and he obviously betrayed Jesus. And so like all the way back then, 13 was just a bad guy.
That's crazy.
And then it was also said in, what kind of lore was it? In Norse mythology.
Oh, there you go.
The god Loki tricked one of Odin's sons into killing another guest, and Loki was also the 13th guest at that dinner. And so, like buildings omit the 13th floor. The number 13 is always just like seen as like this crazy number. I mean, this episode is what's going to pop us up into fame, joining the Illuminati, all of the things. So honestly, 13 might be our lucky number.
Yeah, next time you see us, we'll be members. For sure.
For sure.
50 YouTube. Get this. 50 YouTube subscribers.
50.
36. I didn't stutter. 36 Spotify subscribers.
Put them together. What do you got?
86. Total.
Unless some of them are double dipping.
That's true. Maybe less. 86 total subscribers, maybe less actual individuals. We don't know.
But thank you to all of those people.
So thank you to the subscribers and the listeners.
So we have the number 13. We also have black cats. Crossing in front of you, it said that that's bad luck, which is so sad because black cats are like so sweet. And they actually say that black cats get adopted way less than other cats because people have the superstition around them.
I think it's the same with dogs too, even though there's not as much superstition. There's just like an aversion to like completely black animals, which is sad.
It is sad. Black cats were said to be associated with witches and evil spirits and were often cared for by the poor and lonely women who were later accused of witchcraft. So it kind of just like these women, although poor and lonely, would feed these alley cats and get blamed to be a witch and
it's so horrible.
Burned at the stake.
It's like they're being kind.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. We have walking under ladders, which ladders are at the tilt up to the house or whatever they're leaning on. It creates a triangle, which is said to be a bad shape. And
what's the didn't it say it's like the gateway to hell or something?
No.
Why is the triangle a bad shape? Bermuda Triangle?
I don't know. I didn't look that up.
Okay, never mind. Bad shape. Moving on.
I like triangles. I mean, triangles and like the number 3, like the Trinity is always like
That's
good.
true. It could go either way.
Yeah.
Just some people saw it as a bad shape, obviously, because the ladder one's a big one. That's a common one.
Yeah.
I even avoid it sometimes, for sure.
Oh, well, I also just don't walk under ladders because why would you walk under a ladder?
Well, in New York, there's literally been times
true.
where there's ladders because there's always scaffolding and ladders and shit, and I'll literally go around it because it's like, if it's easy enough to go around and it's like, there's a superstition where like you could die immediately if you walk under a ladder.
Yeah.
I'll just avoid it.
So you can reverse the bad luck of walking under ladders by crossing your fingers until you see a dog.
That's not bad.
Comma. Walking backwards under the ladder or spitting 3 times.
All very attainable, very easy.
Easy. So you can just clear the air very fast after you walk under a ladder.
It's actually, I almost want to do it so I can. I almost want to do it so that I can like go like complete the mission. You know,
walk under a ladder, spit thrice. Done.
I honestly want to go look for a dog because I bet I turn a corner. I probably will see a dog immediately after the ladder incident.
Make sure you're immediately crossing your fingers.
Yeah.
There's also my sister, me, someone I know, it might be me. You're supposed to hold your breath when you go drive past a cemetery. Because they'll take the life out of you if you breathe.
The spirits.
Or like they'll get jealous of your breath, so they'll like haunt you or whatever. So you have to hold your breath.
Wow, babe.
When crossing.
I didn't know that one.
You also are supposed to hold your breath, I think, when you go over a
bridge.
Train tracks.
No, I thought under a train like tunnel. No?
Yeah.
Also, when you're about to cross state lines, you got to go, Yahoo!
Or they'll get you.
They'll get you. Or demons will get you.
Then we have breaking a mirror, and that's 7 years bad luck. So that's a bit more specific with the bad luck that you'll get. If you keep the pieces, it will increase your bad luck. So make sure not to keep the broken mirror.
Easy.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
I can't believe I broke this mirror. Here, get all the shards. It's like, who keeps the shards? Maybe back in the day.
Yeah.
Maybe like handy. Yeah, people are like, oh, let me fix it. Don't do it.
Mirrors are believed to reflect energy, and a broken mirror may signify the presence of negative energy or an imbalance in the home. The Greeks believed gods observed through the mirrors, so breaking it was disrespectful, which I like.
I love that one, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That all tracks.
Well, and back then, too, like it probably took years to make one mirror, so it's like, don't break it.
You had to be a professional glazier. Remember that book we read about like glaziers and shit? It was like a mirror craftspeople back in the day before it was like a mass-produced thing that's like mad easy. Well, I don't know if it's easy, actually. I couldn't make a fucking mirror. But back in the day, it was like a highly esteemed...
What book?
Remember that fictional book about the person that like lived... I wish I knew the name of the book. It was kind of cool. That book on that audiobook about the person who lived multiple lives and would like keep coming back in different lives, and one of the people they were was a glazier. I can't believe we're on this tangent.
I've read like 100 books since then, babe.
Long story short, apparently back in like colonial times, you know, it's like, I don't even know what the technology was, but to make mirrors, they were like super high end, super expensive, because like it's like pretty much witchcraft back then. You know what I mean?
Literally, what is a mirror?
It's like wizards make them.
What is it? Shiny glass?
Should our next episode be about mirrors?
Tune in.
What the hell is a mirror, dude?
Then to reverse bad luck in general, in 3500 BC, they started throwing a pinch of salt over their left shoulder to blind the devil sitting there. Or you could knock on wood, which Slex talked about how he does. I also knock on wood often.
Wait, side note. Glaziers might be glass people. I don't know if they're mirror people.
Okay.
Sorry, I just wanted to clear that up.
We'll talk about it in our next episode.
Yeah. All right, I knock on wood. Continue.
So it was said in pagan times that good spirits lived in trees, you guys. And when you would knock on wood, it was like waking them up basically.
Like to help you out.
And they would release good fortune.
I love that. Like wood,
love it.
Like wood druids, like
wood elves,
wood demons, like
wood
good wood demons. Oh yeah, wood fairies. Let's say that.
Yeah. So cute. So every time you knock on wood, now just think about waking up a little fairy that's just going to blow a little good juju to you.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's great. I love that.
So that's kind of some of the most common superstitions.
Fun superstitions, babe.
We have facts.
Facts.
My fact is about phobias, and it's very straight to the point. It's 19 million Americans have a phobia, which is so many.
And
y'all, we need to work on these. Don't let this control your life.
How do you get these? Where do they get these facts? Was it A census?
Yet
How
again,
do we know?
bring it back to a census. Probably through maybe like therapists, like maybe they have sensi.
Yeah.
And they have to say like everyone I talk to has a phobia of something.
Some of these stats have like, I believe in a lot of like like, cause I know it's just like a really like fine-tuned systematic thing. But some of these facts, how the hell do you know 9 million people have phobias?
19, bro.
Or 19. Not you, the
How
ether.
do I know it? How do they know it? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
They know everything.
That's true. It's the Illuminati.
Okay, what's your fact?
Okay, good fact. I have two little fun facts. So I was actually looking up unique superstitions, and hold on, I screenshot them. Give me one sec. And there's this fun little website about like superstitions around the world.
That's fun.
Check this out. I'm just gonna read it word for word. In Germany, you can't congratulate a person before their actual birthday. Don't do it. The superstition goes back to the belief that demons can hear the good wishes and consequently do their best to make them not come true. But even when it's midnight and you're finally allowed to congratulate your German friends, party-related danger still lurks around the corner.
I've actually, on that tip, I've heard that Jewish families do not celebrate the baby before it's born. So like baby showers and stuff before the baby's born, they don't do.
Because it's like bad
it's
luck.
bad omen, yeah. Like you should just like celebrate once the baby's actually here.
That's fair. You don't want to, you don't want to put out that energy before the deed is done.
Yeah.
But honestly, baby showers kind of rule because you can like get all the shit.
How many baby showers have you been to?
I'm saying that I've been to like 0. I mean the concept.
Oh.
People shower you with like necessary gifts, diaper genies, etc.
You get everything you need from
What
a baby
is
shower.
a diaper genie? Isn't a diaper genie a thing?
Is it the table or is it just like the dispenser?
I think it's the dispenser, but like why is it a genie?
Oh,
it vaporizes
of the dirty ones?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I think it vaporizes like shitty diapers. Thin air. Diaper genie. Okay, wait, let me finish my fact. But even when it's midnight and you're finally allowed to congratulate your German friends, party-related danger still lurks around the corner.
Oh, no.
When you make a toast to them, you'll have to look everyone straight in the eyes when you clink glasses. This way, you'll make sure that A, there's no poison in your drink, which is the origin of the superstition, and B, your love life won't be ruined for the next 7 years. So there's a lot of rules in Germany.
By looking at somebody in the eyes, though, how does that tell you there's no poison in your drink?
There's probably more about it, but I think it's like...
I could poison you and look you in the eye.
But I think, I guess like people are probably good at bluffing, but maybe like the overall consensus is like if you can look someone in the eye, you didn't poison them because you might look away. You know what I mean?
But what if I'm looking at your eyes and drinking and then I clink with somebody else or I clink with you and you're like, yeah, I didn't poison you, but the next person in the line did.
Then
do you clink everyone and then you chug?
Yeah. I don't know the extent of it. It's probably not a foolproof thing. Looking into someone's eyes to see if they poisoned your drink or not. But that's all I read. And also, if you don't look someone in the eyes when you're toasting, your love life could be ruined for the next 7 years, which is insanity. So if you're German or if you're in Germany, don't screw that shit up.
Careful. Yeah. Take this list with you.
I have one more. It's a really short one. This one's kind of fun. In Vietnam, skincare is almost spiritual. You should never sleep with makeup on your face or demons might think you're one of them. Which is like, what? Also, it's a best avoid. This one's cute. It's a best to avoid any chores on the Lunar New Year. Sweeping or cleaning on such an important day could wipe away any good fortune for your family. So easy. Don't clean on the Lunar New Year in Vietnam because you could sweep away good fortune. Easy.
Here, I'll help you out. When's the Lunar New Year in Vietnam?
Oh, yes.
I need to do ChatGPT.
No.
Wow. iPhone literally is just asking me if I want to...
When's the Lunar New Year in Vietnam?
iPhone now has ChatGPT on it. You're going to take over?
They're just teaming up with ChatGPT?
It literally was like, do you want to download this?
That's kind of cool. Anyways.
Okay, look it up.
Whatever.
On your own.
Look it up on your own.
Yeah.
Those are my facts.
Great facts, babe.
Thanks.
Okay, we're going to play a game. Name that phobia.
Yeah.
I have 4 phobias, and Slex needs to guess what they are. Fear of.
Wow.
Ready?
Am I writing it or I just say it?
No, just say it.
Okay. Let's
Try
do this.
panophobia.
Fear of bread.
No. Needles.
Shoot. Okay.
Aerophobia.
It's not fear of air.
Take it one step further. Use the first word. Add on another.
Oh, fear of flying. Aeroplanes.
Yes, aeroplanes.
Aeroplanes. Yeah. Fear of flying. Or fear of the plane or flying?
Airplane.
Just fear of the plane or being on the plane flying? Because I feel like there's two different things.
Airplane. I don't know. Maybe both.
It's like I'm so afraid of the plane itself, but once I'm on it, like I'm chill.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe.
Ataxophobia. You could have this.
Ataxophobia.
Mhm.
Fear of I want to say fear of taxes, but obviously not. Fear of losing your hearing. I don't know.
Disorder or untidiness. Whenever in shows like they screw up a whole room, Slex gets a little anxious about it.
Oh, fear of untidiness. That's
Mhm.
true.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily like a phobia, but I get anxious when like things get like thrown out of place or broken like needlessly in movies and shows.
Yeah.
I get bent out of shape.
Papyrophobia.
Fear of paper.
No, of papyrus, the font.
Nuh-uh.
No, it is paper.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
But you would have that
I
too.
have papyrophobia if it's
Yeah.
fear of papyrus the font. That's hilarious. It is fear of paper.
Yeah.
Killed it.
Yeah, you did great.
I'm
I tried to pick ones
I'm
that were like
somewhat
different.
afraid of paper cuts.
Ouch.
Man, paper cuts suck.
They're not good.
And they happen so rarely, but when it's that perfect slice on your like skin, it's so shitty.
when the blood takes a second to like,
yeah.
like your whole body figures it out
You
later.
tense
So you're
up,
like,
yeah.
and then it starts hurting, and then it starts bleeding,
and it
it's
gushes.
just, yeah,
It stinks.
not good.
Okay, wow, that was a great
Okay.
game, babe.
Thanks. Next,
HWDYK. HWDYKYP. How well do you know your partner? Nice.
I still don't have that memorized. So we're going to play a game where we guess each other's answer and we flip and see if it's right.
That's how you do it.
So we're first writing Slex's phobia. If he were to have one, what would he be scared of? Or maybe, yeah.
If I were to have one, which I don't.
He's not scared of anything. He's really brave and strong.
Yes.
He's a big, strong guy.
Big, strong bull. Okay.
I could know everything, and then the second I'm supposed to know something with this game, I don't know it anymore. That's kind of how this has been working for me, I feel like. Oh. Me dying? Is that a phobia? Fear of your wife dying?
I don't know if this is like an actual phobia, but I think just like when I really assess what I'm truly afraid, I don't love that this is one because I feel like this is like a deep thing I should only talk to my therapist about. But here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Fear of being dead.
Not being able to help loved ones. Oh, when in
need.
need. Yeah.
I don't know how to say it, but like I think my biggest fear is if like I can't be there in like a like a dire scenario for like family or friends, like Elyse, obviously. That's like my biggest fear, truly.
I make the list.
Yeah. Elyse, etc. Yeah,
I
like
thought
family and my close friends. Yeah.
I thought it would be fear of being deaf because he likes music. And
That's a
makes
big
music.
fear too. But that's not like, yeah, I don't have like any of like the conventional phobias. Like, sure, like I said, I wouldn't want to wake up and there's like a snake on me, of course. But I'm not like deathly afraid of snakes or spiders. I actually like spiders. This is mine. This is it.
Cool. That's a good one.
Okay.
What would Elise's phobia be due to childhood trauma? Here we go.
Oh my God,
We're not going to get like deep into this at all.
What the hell are these questions?
That's not a crazy question. It's a phobia episode.
Childhood trauma phobia. Okay, let's go.
Also slightly deep, but you know what?
Yeah, wait.
It's all good.
All right, ready?
3,
2, 1.
Fear of being left alone forever.
Ah.
Fear of being not enough, though, that's like a huge thing for me. So
I literally said fear of being alone, and I switched it.
Damn.
A
little bit of both.
Fear of being left alone forever. Is that a fear you have?
Yeah, like don't leave me alone forever.
Like leave you alone, like emotionally, or like physically, like you're alone on like a deserted island. Yeah, I guess both.
And not just you, like obviously you're like the main one because you're my husband, but like friends, family, like people just leaving me because I'm not enough. Maybe it's a little bit of both.
It's a little bit of both.
But I did do a whole hypnotherapy session. We should talk about that one of these times. And it truly like recreated my brain in such a positive way of like not feeling enough for a while. And now I feel great. So highly recommend.
Yeah, it seems like that therapist really hit on all the right notes to really help what's it called? Like spark some type of awakening.
All right, nice. Slex's superstition that he does without even knowing. Maybe without even knowing that he does one.
Do you know this?
Maybe.
How am I supposed to write it if I do something without even knowing?
Well, no, like we even talked about it earlier. Oops. So it could be that or something else.
Oh, well, okay.
Three,
2, 1.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Yeah. I mentioned it. I shouldn't have.
No.
I didn't know this was one of them. I should have looked ahead. Yeah, I still do knock on wood. There might be some, like, I think I avoid the latter thing. And I used to be a big, I'm not as crazy about it. I used to be a big crack avoider. For sure.
So you don't break your mama's back?
I don't want to break my mom's back.
That's really nice of you.
It's just me being a good,
appreciates
being a good son. You're welcome, Mom.
And then we have our last one, my favorite superstition.
So not necessarily one you subscribe to, but just one you like.
Yeah.
Your favorite superstition.
Now knowing the knock on wood with the fairies thing, I really like that. But there's one that I do all the time. And I like it. And I think a lot of people like it. Really.
Oh.
It's past midnight, y'all.
I don't know if this is it, but this is one I know of.
3, 2, 1. 11,
the Jinx rhyme. Oh. The Jinx rhyme that you do.
With my sister.
Yeah, what is it again?
So my mom and aunt had this saying, and then me and my sister like changed it a little bit because we just heard it differently, I guess. But whenever you say the same word as the person you're with, you link pinkies and you say at the same time.
I don't know it.
Wait, do you?
What goes up the
chimney
chimney
smoke? No, I know it, but do we? I think we make a wish first, quietly. So if you say something after you've said the same thing, then you don't get it. So you have to like say the same thing, link pinkies, make a wish, and then you look at each other and you say, what goes up the chimney smoke? May your wish and my wish never be broke.
But you have to wish quietly before.
My mom and aunt started it. I don't know where they got it from. I'll try to figure that out. But they link first and say, what goes up the chimney smoke? May my wish and your wish never be broke. So they're more selfish because they say my wish first. We say your wish first.
That was your change?
And then
that's so cute.
And then they wish afterwards. Or we wish afterwards. It's one of the other.
The
We haven't done
only
it in a while.
change you and Bree did as kids was instead of saying my wish, your wish, you said your wish, my
We
wish.
didn't mean to change it. We just like didn't
'Cause you're
know
selfless,
it really,
naturally.
and we're just better.
That's so cute.
Just kidding.
But
Yeah,
you didn't say
that
your
was a
wish,
good
my
one.
wish. You said your wish, my wish.
Never be broke.
Never be woke.
Yeah. Okay, so that's how well do you know your partner?
So-
So we got one right.
Wait, backtrack real quick. 1111.
Yeah.
You just like really like that one?
I love so it's said to be angel numbers. It's a time to like make wishes or set intentions. And I like the whole overall like positive nature of it.
And it's always there's always like fun connotations with it. It's always like, oh, 1111, make a there's
Right.
always like excitement. So I like 1111 too.
And I literally last episode, I think, said that I've been seeing it a lot lately. Like every time I look at my clock, I'll be like, oh, it's 11:11. So I feel like it's following me.
It's following you, babe. All right.
Okay. Our last thing, fact or fiction?
Let's do it. Power through. I'll watch it.
Fact or fiction?
You're asking?
Yes. Heidi Klum, the international supermodel,
Of course.
carries a bag of teeth with her at all times.
False. It's a bag of like crystals.
So, no, she does actually have a bag of teeth. I don't think she
What?
carries it with her all the time, but she apparently, they don't have the tooth fairy in Germany, wherever she's from.
Klum. I think she's
Germany.
Yeah.
So she just has kept all of her teeth, and she said it's not necessarily that it's like good luck. It's just like she still has all of them. So including her wisdom teeth, which is really weird.
As like a superstitious thing or just
It's just like a weird thing.
so this might be unrelated to the topic.
Well, it's weird.
It's weird, yeah.
It goes with
Shout
it.
out Klum.
Klum shouldn't have left Seal. That's how I feel.
Yeah. On
Go Seal.
We could do a whole podcast about Klum and Seal's relationship.
Okay.
Go Seal.
Yeah. Well, that's all we have for you
That's all we
tonight.
got,
Thank
baby.
you for joining us. I hope you learned a few things, and maybe you start thinking about your phobias and your superstitions,
Try to overcome them. Please comment below if you would like to input. We'd love to create a dialogue here,
Yeah.
y'all.
Like, subscribe.
You know the drill.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks so much, y'all. Peace.
Thank you. Bye.